we haven't even started the cycle, right? The tech cycle that is blockchain technology and what I call the truth net starts in 2024. So we're going to have a unbelievable period over the 4 years from 24 to 28 of innovation, of wealth creation. Just for perspective, Web 1, right, Cisco, Microsoft, et cetera, created 2 trillion of value. Web 2 created 5 trillion, right, exponential growth. Web 3, spatial web, I think it's 15 trillion.
A commonly echoed sentiment among cryptocurrency investors and enthusiasts, particularly in response to critics, is that crypto is still in its early stages. Critics often draw comparisons to the well-established traditional financial system and asset classes like equities and bonds, which have been around for much longer. The cryptocurrency industry, evolving at a rapid and largely unprecedented pace, sometimes obscures the fact that it's only been in existence for a mere 15 years. When proponents assert that we are still so early, they emphasize that the industry's full potential and growth opportunities are yet to be fully realized. For Mark Yusko, a respected hedge fund manager and digital asset enthusiast, the maturation of crypto holds profound implications. Beyond achieving new all-time highs or attracting a few institutional investors, Yusko envisions crypto maturing as the complete liberation of humanity from the trust industry that currently extracts trillions of dollars annually. This maturation involves transitioning from the trust system of traditional finance to the trustless and permissionless system offered by blockchain technology. According to Yusko, 2024 marks the true beginning of the blockchain revolution, a comprehensive transformation that will impact every facet of our lives and daily activities. He anticipates the blockchain enabling the transfer of every conceivable form of investment and store of value, from stocks and bonds to currencies, commodities, art, and collectibles. As we bid farewell to the era of physical cash and certificates, Yusko is confident that the ensuing digitization will naturally lead to price gains, all-time highs, and mainstream adoption, making it a highly lucrative venture for everyone. Yusko recently shared his insights on the NFT Morning Show, discussing the 2024 crypto bull market, spot Bitcoin ETFs, and the potential for significant institutional adoption as the market enters a bullish phase.
Please take a moment to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to drop your comment and observations in the comment section below. Thanks and enjoy the video.
Look, the fudsters, right? Elizabeth and Gigi and the rest are doing such a good job with the nonsense, right? We're back to talking about, environmental problems, and we're back to talking about money laundering. I mean, come on. If I wanted you to do me a favor, we'd meet for lunch. We'd have a very nice lunch, and I'd have my backpack, and I'd leave it on the bench, and I'd walk away. And you're like, "Hey, Mark, your backpack." And I'd just keep walking, and you look inside, and it'd be full of cash. You say, "Oh, Mark needs a favor." Not traceable, right? Bad guys do bad things. Bad gals do bad things. That's how you do it. That's how the bad stuff gets done. That's how terrorism gets financed. That's how bad people do. It ain't fingers on a keyboard. Now, it doesn't mean that there aren't bad people using digital assets. Sure, there are. But if you want to get away with stuff, fingers on a keyboard is far inferior to Sacco money. So it's just kind of comical. But I think because of that, and because of the regulatory landscape and the fear, that normal reaction, as you described, which is just exactly right, that, hey, well, BlackRock's here. We need to pay attention. And I think it's just going to be a lag, a delay. And I think there's still some that don't think it's actually going to get approved, that, Gary's going to pull a fast one and he's not going to approve it. Look, he tried a bunch of stuff, right?
Yeah.
He filed lawsuits and he, ignored applications and got slapped on the wrist hard. My own personal opinion, and I've been saying this actually for 2 years. I said, look, the Winklevoss twins should have got approved years ago when they put in the first application, because this asset needs that legitimization of institutionalization to get the common person to understand. Not everybody does the work or spends the time. They're busy with their life. And some of the technology is actually complicated. But I knew in my mind that BlackRock was going to be the winner. Why? Because they run that world, right? They're a $10 trillion asset manager, largest in the world. They're connected to everything along with Blackstone and Carlyle and all of that. And at the end of the day, they weren't going to approve the Winklevoss twins. They weren't going to approve. Look, I have investments in the two people who are ahead of BlackRock. 21 shares, which is Amun and Kathy Wood. So we own a piece of Amun. And Bitwise, both of those are ahead. And I sadly predict they will both get deferred one more time to March. But I do believe that on January 8th, we're going to crown the king on the king's birthday, Elvis's birthday. I think they crown Bitcoin or BlackRock as the winner. And people say, well, why? And how are they going to do that with just one? Like, well, because they're the head of the game, and BlackRock decided that this was lucrative, right? For years, 2017, 18, 19, 20, Larry Fink was out there. This is an index of money laundering.
Yeah, money laundering.
Scam, right? This is he same talking points. And then he comes on TV and says, you should really own some of this to protect yourselves against currency devaluation.
Months before Larry Fink's unexpected entry into the cryptocurrency arena, Mark Yusko had been discussing what he terms the then they fight you phase. According to the founder and CIO of Morgan Creek Capital, the traditional finance industry's response to the cryptocurrency space has gone through several phases. Initially, they ignored it. Then, as the industry gained popularity, they mocked it, dismissing it as a realm of geeks playing with a few $1 billion or some kind of magical internet money, as Yusko often phrases it. As the industry continued to grow, it entered what Yusko identifies as the then they fight you phase, which he believes began in 2022. In this phase, the trust industry opposed the development of cryptocurrency, but Yusko asserts that the more they resist, the more evident it becomes that this transformative force is here to stay. This shift is exemplified by prominent figures in traditional finance, like Larry Fink, now adopting a stance of when you can't beat them, join them. During the interview, Yusko also shared insights on the anticipated massive sell-off following SEC approval of a spot Bitcoin ETF. While this expectation aligns with the consensus among crypto investors, Yusko holds a different perspective, suggesting that the outcome might be entirely divergent. The interview features more clips elaborating on these intriguing aspects.
Anything can happen. Don't get me wrong. I mean, anything can happen. But why? Right? So what's happening now is the normal accretion of price back to fair value.
Yep.
So fair value today, okay, Tim Peterson has this great Metcalfe's law model. Everyone can see it. And, it's like 51, 52,000 for Bitcoin. Yep. And we're in the 40s. So that's still below fair value. Well, we went, Hurricane Sam happened and it pushed all the way down to 16.5. It was ugly. People said it was going to zero, not going to zero. And that was ugly. And then we started this amazing accumulation, right? Because what happens when you're that far below fair value, if fair value is 50 and the price is 15, you're going to buy it. And who's going to buy it? People like me, investors. Investors are going to start accumulating. And an accumulation pattern is one where we have higher highs and higher lows. And it's been this beautiful accumulation pattern. Doesn't mean there won't be FUD. Doesn't mean there won't be the Binance attack. Doesn't mean, there'll be things that cause sell-offs. But in each case, there's just this beautiful accumulation. So we're starting to get toward fair value at 50K. Well, then the halving comes. The halving doubles fair value because this is the part of the code that's just amazing. If the price doesn't move, then half the miners go out of business. That can't happen. So the price adjusts upwards, which causes more people to come into the game. Now, in crypto fall, which will start next June. So we're in crypto summer right now. So from last June to this June to next June, that's crypto summer. Then we start crypto fall. Crypto fall is the crazy parabolic leverage, stupidity, dumb, way above fair value. How high we go this time? I don't know. If fair value is 100, sometime mid next year, could we get to 150? In theory, if you look at the last two cycles, we'd get to 250, but the problem is there's not as much leverage this time. So the leverage is what allows you to get way above fair value. Without the leverage, it's harder. But we do have something new, which is the ETF. When the ETF is approved, and again, I called the day, January 8th. When that happens, some number, 30 billion is my estimate in the first short period. That's 0.1%. That's 10 basis points of the 30 trillion that's available. That 30 billion on an asset that trades 8 billion a day will push the price up meaningfully. So this is the buy the rumor, buy the news. Now, people say, but it's already in the price. Nope, it's not in the price. So,
Nope.
Second thing, you could have people who sell the news because they think BlackRock is the one doing the front running, and then they're just going to sell to themselves. It's possible. Probably not for a lot, but it's certainly possible for some. But what's most likely is I'm light on that 10 basis points. No one's going to say, just give me 10 basis points. They're going to give me 1%. And that 1% is 300 billion. Now, 300 billion isn't going to go in all at one day.
Mark Yusko predicts that once the SEC greenlights a spot Bitcoin exchange-traded fund, a minimum of $30 billion will flow into Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency industry in 2024. This amount corresponds to 0.1% of the substantial $30 trillion in advised wealth currently under the control of institutional investors who, at present, lack direct access to crypto assets like Bitcoin. Even if they opt to allocate just 0.1% of their assets, this translates to a significant $30 billion in fresh investment capital, resulting in substantial gains for investors. Alternatively, a more substantial investment of 1% of their assets could inject a staggering $300 billion into the cryptocurrency industry. While the realization of these projections may not be immediate, possibly extending into the end of 2024, there are compelling reasons to anticipate this scenario unfolding over the next 2 to 3 years. Share your thoughts on Mark Yusko's interview and his predictions for Bitcoin and the broader digital asset space in the comments section below. For more Daily Dose Crypto news, check out these 2 awesome videos on your screen. Click now and we will see you on the next video.